Welcome back. Today we're going to put that into that. Pretty tidy bit of kit. So it doesn't come with a sender in it, so I've got to fit the sender. Got a new set of bolts as well. So let's grab the sender and chuck it in. Just side-by-side comparison between the old and the new. So the float was completely missing off the old one. And the float arm doesn't even move up, it's just seized. Right, the center's in. A little bit finicky to get into position. The seal's not wanting to sort of sit center, but I managed to get it all good. So I'll just do a dummy fit just to make sure everything lines up. Being aftermarket, you can never trust these things. Alright, we've got the tank in. Nothing's got serious when we bust out the vice grips. Firm believer, working on cars isn't really about your mechanical ability, it's mainly your problem solving ability. And the holes on the tank didn't really line up too well with the holes in the body, so that's what you get for having aftermarket parts, but overcome it. All the bolts are in. Alright, center's all wired up and plumbed in. Right, there's not much really I can do until I get that Carby kit. So I'm going to sort of stop there with the fuel system because it's all ready to go. Once the Carby's on, she should be able to fire up, no worries. So time to look at the interior. I haven't really done much in the interior at all, apart from just sitting here and trying to start the car or pop the bonnet. Never even really looked around. The most I've sort of done is taken the back seat out. And that was just so I could get into the boot area because I couldn't unlock it. So I'll start to get some of this old crud out and see what I find. Alright, this is the carpet. It's all from the rats. See all their crap there. This is in the back. It's not too bad in here actually. In the back anyway, but I did manage to find some missing knobs. So this one here was missing. Found that in here. And these two were just lying on the floor in the back. Floors are pretty good in here actually. See how they turn up after a vacuum. Alright, just finished giving it a quick vacuum. Floors are pretty good. Excuse my crusty thongs. Passenger side is exceptional. Driver side floor looks pretty good. There's a bit of surface rust there. Prodded around with a screwdriver, couldn't find any holes, which is good. There is an old school brake controller just up there, and what appears to be like a foot switch just on the firewall there. Emergency brakes maybe, or I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'll be pulling all that stuff out. No need to keep it in there now. So I'm just taking note of what pieces I need to start chasing up, and this lower dash piece here. Obviously the crash pad up the top there. It's quite heavily cracked, which is pretty common. You can get them aftermarket, I believe, so that might even be an option. It doesn't have the genuine stereo. Hang on, a spider on me. Shit. Sorry about that. This car was crawling with spiders and quite a few redbacks and more rat bodies and all sorts of stuff under the seats. Hasn't got the original stereo, and it doesn't look like it's got the original Siggy lighter, so you can still get them on eBay. As for the stereo, I'll just leave this one in there. Not too fast. Genuine ones people want drug money for. Jetstream. That's such cool names back in the day. I mean, door cards and that, all there. It's missing the Fairlane badge in the center of that wooden paneling stuff. Same with this side. Sun visors are puffy, which is super common on ZC, ZD, XW, XYs. And the mirror is missing out of the mirror housing, but the insert's at the back there, but this one looks like it's cracked anyway. The steering wheel, basically use Autolite, sand it down, spray it, come up good as new. It's all there, so that's the main thing here. All right, move on to the back. How cool are these center console things? It's awesome. Full lounge chair armrest, storage underneath. Guess back in the day they would have probably sat a kid here or something. Cool as. My back's cleaned up as best as I can for the moment. The floor that I could see looks pretty good, and look, to be honest, considering the front's in such good nick, I'm not going to bother pulling up the carpet at this stage. I will pull the carpet up and take the front seats out and give it a thorough cleaning over, and I'll address the surface rust on the driver's side. Make sure it's all nice and sealed up, and I'll chuck some other carpet in. Looks like the ashtray on that one's damaged. It's got both of these lights in the back, but they're very faded, so I know you can still get those on eBay. I believe they're supposed to be masonite. Actually, I've got it. Yeah, it is. I've got the panel here. I actually pulled it out. And the parcel shelf is obviously cactus and needs to be replaced. But it looks like it's just a masonite board, which is still okay underneath. So I might even just get a piece of brown vinyl or something just to match the rest of it. But other than that, it's pretty complete inside, which is good. So I might just give it a quick clean up and we'll see how she fares. I finished cleaning the old girl. I'm gonna say cleaning, I mean disinfecting. It stinks. Words can't describe how bad it is. The rat's doo-doo that's on the floor at the moment is just making my whole garage reek, and it's disgusting. So my next job after this is to decontaminate the shed, because I can flat out even be in here at the moment. So she came up all right. It's good to get up close and personal so I can see what I need to get. I'm not really looking at doing too much in here except for cleaning it up. Anything that's missing or broken, I'll replace. Interior is in pretty good condition actually. It's just mainly this driver's seat. It's got a couple of rips in it. Other than that, it's pretty good. It's quite faded. Window tinting wasn't a thing back in the day. Lucky enough to go to the Bendigo swap meet. A pretty good turnout for the cars there. I only stayed for a couple of hours, heaps of parts there. Bit overpriced stuff. I was lucky enough to pick up a hubcap. Big scene here in Bendigo. A lot of custom cars, a lot of concourse cars, and yeah, all different makes and models. The Suzuki was pretty cool. I love the sticker on the back. Love this V8 Group 3. There's quite a few cool combis there as well. Got a real soft spot for the split windows. I don't really have a preference when it comes to Ford and Holden. I just love cars. I just love them all. It's a pretty cool old Charger, 265 Hemi. This thing was cool, old style van. Got a real soft spot for the XE, XD series Falcons. Just love them. Same with XA, BCs. Actually, I just love all Falcons, right up to about sort of XE. It's always good to support the local car scene. I wasn't intending on buying anything, but I just thought it's a great opportunity to get out and support the local car clubs and actually put these events on. So yeah, it's a good day. Some ripper cars there. It's really good to see people showing off their pride and joys. You know, there's so many cars locked up in garages. It's really nice to see them out and about. I've got the Carby off, spacer off, and I've got a Carby kit here. A cup of tea. Let's open it up and see what we've got. I didn't expect this. It's actually got some instructions. I'll list the whole part of how it goes back together, so that'll be good. We'll keep that over here. Got a bunch of stuff in there. Anyway, let's start dismantling. Just good to go. Let's chuck her in the car. Right, we've got the carburetor in. It's been rebuilt. First time rebuilding a Carby. It was quite fun actually. Thank God for YouTube. Put some fuel in the fuel tank. First time it's ever had fuel in there, so I've just done a bit of a scout around underneath the car to make sure it's not leaking, and appears to be all good. It's running pretty good. Therefore it's still loose, but give it for a quick spin. Runs much better, no fuel leaks, which is good. She's driving again, got no fuel. She's driving. Driving really good with the Carby rebuilt. That about sums it up for today's video. Car's running well, rebuilt the Carby, it's running pretty smooth. I took it for a drive, no issues, it's idling really well, it's very responsive, off idle it feels great. Fuel tank's in, it's all plumbed up, the only exception being the fuel filler neck. It's got some corrosion in there, and before I can add all that cash for a brand new tank, sender, fuel lines, rebuilt the Carby. I just don't want to put this in yet, so I've literally got a fuel cap on the top of the fuel tank at the moment. Anyway, that'll about do it for this episode. Next episode we'll probably move to the undercarriage, where we'll check out the suspension and start replacing some bushers and whatnot. So until then, catch you in the next one.